EduwebTV KPM.
What a lovely picture there. Looks very good. Almost looks like a celebrity. I wonder who it is.
Hello there.
Oh, hi, Teacher
How are
Ima.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, not too bad, thank you.
Oh, I'm
what
just
are you looking
admiring
at?
this picture, actually.
Oh, really? Who do you think that person is?
I'm not quite sure. I can't really tell,
That's
teacher.
me, actually.
That's you?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I could almost recognize you. I couldn't.
That's simply because nowadays with technology, you can do almost anything with a simple picture. But this is how I look like in reality.
Oh, so this was
Yes.
used through technology.
Yep.
Oh.
Can you believe in everything that you see?
Now, knowing about this, can I?
Let's find out in our lesson today.
All right. Hello, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. You're watching EduwebTV KPM with me, Syafiqah Farahin. And today, for the whole 1 hour, we are learning first slot Menengah Atas for the subject English with our teacher, as you can see just now, who was teacher Halimatul Saadia Abdul Razak, who is the Ketua Panitia Bahasa Inggeris from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 Puchong Selangor. Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about
great.
you?
I'm doing great as well, and I'm wondering what we're learning today. But before we go on to that, I would like to introduce as well our sign language interpreter, who is also in the studio, teacher Fatimatul Zahra Osman from SK Putrajaya Presin 18 Presin 18 Kuala Lumpur. Hi, teacher. Thank you for being with us today. All right. And just to mention quick, just now, teacher Fatimatul Zahra Osman is from SK Putrajaya Presin 18 Putrajaya. Sorry for that. Now, we have our pupils online who will be joining us as well. Can we have them behind us in the screen? Hello, pupils. How are you?
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Now, very quickly, teacher, can we introduce them one by one, please?
Yes, okay, let's start with the one at the top left. That's Doshrina.
Hi.
And then next to her is Vinosha. Hi, Vinosha.
Hi. Hello.
And then we have Thivya and Xuanlin. These are my super girls.
Oh, right. Super girls. Nice to have you
Yes.
on our set today. All right. Now, about our short gimmick just now, could you perhaps elaborate on that and perhaps link it to our topic for today?
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Our lesson for today is a reading lesson. Okay, and our topic or theme is on image. So image refers to everything that you see, whether they are pictures of people, animals, and anything that you can see. And we are going to read a text that talks about how images can be manipulated in certain ways to make something look better or more attractive for all kinds of purposes. All right?
All right. Okay. So we're going to see if we can really believe what we actually see. All right. For our lesson, how should we start today?
Okay, today we are going to first talk about a little bit, okay? Not too much, all right? About whether if you can believe in everything that you can see. Now, for the pupils at home, what you can see on your television screen now are 2 questions. That is from the textbook on page 112, part A. So we're going to talk very, very quickly about things that we see, okay, whether it influences or not, especially when it's related to celebrities.
Right.
Of course, celebrities are people that's always in front of our faces.
Being looked at.
Even whether if we like it or not. Okay, so my lovely girls,
All
have a
right.
look at the 2 questions there. Are you influenced by the way celebrities look? And would you change anything about yourself to look like a celebrity? Okay, so those are the 2 questions that I want you guys to think about. okay? And I'm going to see if anyone is brave enough to be the first person to volunteer to respond. If not, I'm going to have to choose.
Yes.
Okay?
Who would like to volunteer? Raise your hand.
Okay. Anyone would like to volunteer to respond?
Anyone first?
I can see Tivia smiling
Yes.
widely.
I think she's got an answer there. Come
Okay, come on,
on, Tivia.
Tivia. Be the first person to break the ice. All right, let's just pick one. Which question would you like to respond to? Just pick one.
I will go for the question number 2.
All right.
I think we shouldn't change ourselves for the celebrities look because everyone is beautiful just the way we are.
Oh,
that's a very nice
That's a
answer.
very good answer. Thank you very much for that. Okay, what about you, Xuanlin? Are you influenced in any way by how a celebrity looks like, whether from their hairstyle or the clothes that they wear? What do you think?
Or the makeup as well.
Yes.
For makeup, I personally don't wear makeup right now. Am I really influenced? I would say in terms of how they style their hair or clothing, yeah, I also take how they style their hair or how they wear.
Yeah.
or
That would
basically
influence
how they
you.
present themselves, such as confidence. I would take those as an example.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Usually, whether we like it or not, somehow, because the images of these celebrities, they are in front of our faces, you know, when we are scrolling our phones or
Yes.
even on mass media, on television, or even on billboards as we are driving. Sometimes you may not consciously want to follow how the way they style their tudung, for example. You know,
Yeah.
I wear tudung or their hair. But when you see it looking fashionable and trendy, all right, you think, hey, why not?
Yes.
Okay? All right. So,
I agree.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Let's move on to our next part of the lesson. Okay. Before we start reading, usually we will look at some of the words that are in the text to help us understand what the text is all about. Okay, so we're going to play a game. It's a jumbled up puzzle. I love playing this game
All
with
right.
my kids at school. Okay, so now guys, have a look at the screen. There are 5 words and the letters have been jumbled up. Okay, I want you guys to guess what those words are as quickly as possible. Okay.
Yes, I want to invite people at home to join us as well for
Right.
this.
You can try it out also, Shafika, if you want.
Okay, all right.
Okay, it would be nice if you can have that tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yes, a
tick-tock.
timer actually.
Yes.
Okay,
And then when the time's up, you
who
go. Drrrr,
is-
ting.
Ah,
So
there's a timer there.
I make my own sounds. Yeah, these kids, they're used to me. I make all kinds of sounds
No
in
wonder.
the classroom.
Okay.
All right.
Should we
Okay,
have
let's try and
a
see.
volunteer again?
Any volunteers? Only 5 words.
Yes, only 5 words.
Okay, we have Vinosha. Yes, darling. Which one?
The first one, Photoshop.
Yes, that's correct. The first one on the top left is Photoshop. Wonderful. Great. What about the one at the top right corner? Till bristly. I like to say out this word. It sounds so
Right. Yes,
foreign
because
or
it's a
alien.
jumbled word.
Anyone? T is bristly. What about you, Doshrina?
Okay, Doshrina, what's the answer?
Anything from you? Anyone wants to help, Doshrina?
Come on, girls.
Okay, Tivia, yes.
Celebrities.
Correct. Celebrities.
Celebrities.
Yes, celebrities. Okay. What about the one in the middle? Maybe you want to try that one, Shafika.
Oh, me?
Yes,
all right,
why don't
I'll
we
do
try?
that. I think it stands for photograph.
Photograph. Girls, do you think Shafika is correct? Yeah, they're all nodding. Yeah, you got
Okay,
that right. Okay,
great.
the last 2.
Yes, we have
the
2 more.
one on the right bottom corner. Xuanlin, you want to try that?
I can't really see the words.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
We'll show them on screen. Yes, there you go.
Okay, yes. Pula Manisyon. What do you think it is? Try and relate it to what we have been talking about just now, about photographs looking a lot better.
Okay. I think it stands for manipulation.
Yes.
Manipulation.
Cool. Great. That's correct. Manipulation.
Okay, the last
and the last
one.
one. Tiklis Rialun. Toshrina putting her hands up. Wonderful. Wes,
Okay.
darling, what is it?
Unrealistic.
Yes, correct. Unrealistic. All right, so we have Photoshop, celebrities, photograph, manipulation,
Right.
and unrealistic. And these are some of the words that they are going to find as they read the text later.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Now, Teacher Ima, now that Tivia answered two questions, and then Venosha and also Xuan Yin, would you like to mark them as well? Give
I'm
them a
sorry?
reward?
Oh, yes, of
Yes.
course. I think today I shall give them all 10 stars for this particular segment.
All right, great
Well
job,
done, guys.
girls, for today. All right, we're going for a short break first, and we'll be
Yes, we
right
are.
back here on Bahasa Inggeris Slot Menengah Atas on EduwebTV KPM.
EduwebTV KPM.
Hi pupils, welcome back to EduwebTV KPM for our slot Menengah Atas. Now today we're learning Bahasa Inggeris with Teacher Ima. Now Teacher Ima, when we
Yes.
talk about image, which is our topic for today, it depends on what we see, right? And what we believe in what we see, because our eyes are the first sensory part of our
That's
body
correct,
that
yes.
contributes to our imagination and thoughts. So for this segment, our topic is don't believe everything you see. So how do we kick off today's lesson?
Okay, we are going to kick off today's lesson by reading, obviously, because this is a reading activity. But what you commented about just now reminded me of a proverb. A picture is worth, can you finish
A
it for me?
1,000 words.
That's correct, 1,000, or even nowadays,
millions.
millions of words.
Right.
Okay, even though technically there are no millions of words, but still, you know. Because when we see something, we are triggered either by the color of the hair or the picture of trees or even a simple house,
Right.
all right? So in this particular text that we're going to read, pupils are going to discover how these images have some kind of influence, not just on people who see them, but it can even have some kind of effects. So I'm not going to give away too much about it because we're going to read, and as you can see, okay, before we read, we are going to get the pupils to have a kind of background information activated. Okay, so normally before we read the text, we should read a question that accompanies the text so that they don't really have to spend too much time reading the text line by line. So if you guys can have a look at the monitor, look at question B, which is in your textbook on page 112. Can you guess what photo manipulation is? Read the text quickly without paying attention to the missing sentences and check your answers. Okay, so when we have a reading lesson, the first reading is usually a kind of a glossing through, reading quickly just to get a general idea of what the text is about without trying to figure out, oh my God, I don't understand this word. A lot of pupils find it a daunting task to read because first of all, when they see 5 or 6 paragraphs, they will freeze. Oh my Lord, there's a lot to read. And then the moment they start reading and then they see maybe 1 or 2 words, it hinders their want to read. You know, it'll be like, oh, if I read some more, I'll discover more difficult words. But actually, pupils out there, don't be afraid of reading. It's okay if you don't know all of the words that you read. Chances are, out of the 5 paragraphs or the 6 paragraphs that you read, maybe in each paragraph there'll be only probably 1 or 2 words the most that you really don't understand.
Yeah.
And usually these words that you don't know about, they don't affect the general understanding or the meaning of the whole context of the reading text. Okay?
Right.
All right? So don't be afraid to read.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So now with that question in mind, pupils, okay, I'm going to repeat the question again. Can you guess what photo manipulation is? So from that question itself, we've already talked about some of the words that we looked at in the first segment just now. So bring those information with you when you read the text, okay? I'm not going to ask all of you guys to read everything, don't worry. I'm going to do a jigsaw reading activity where I will divide the paragraphs and I will assign a paragraph to each of my girls at home. So there are 5 paragraphs in the text. So we're going to do the first paragraph together so that the girls and pupils at home will know exactly what to do on your own later.
All right.
All right.
The first paragraph.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the whole text, if you can see what's on screen. Okay, there are 5 paragraphs there. And as you can see again, there are 6 numbers there with a missing sentence. Don't worry about finding out what those sentences are, okay? That's not our mission for this particular activity. You are going to read quickly, okay? Scan the text and try and get the general idea, okay, of each paragraph. Not the whole text, but for each paragraph. So we're going to do the first paragraph together.
Okay.
All right, so this is paragraph 1 that's on your screen. Okay, so girls, have a look at your textbook on page 112 and just focus on the first paragraph. Okay, I'm going to, normally I don't read aloud, okay, because a reading activity is all about reading.
Right.
Okay? So, but for today's
purpose
lesson,
of today's
yes,
lesson.
I'm going to read aloud.
All right.
It is well known that most photographs of models and celebrities are an unrealistic portrayal of beauty. This is because many of the images have been edited using digital manipulation. Using computer software like Photoshop is so common that the word Photoshop has even entered dictionaries as a verb. The pressure to conform to what the media shows to be beautiful influences people's psychology negatively. Okay, so maybe there will be 1 or 2 words that you're not sure of, but in general, you will understand or get the idea that this paragraph tells us that images such as pictures or photographs can be edited using computer software. This is also known as digital manipulation.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is what I want you guys to do. Okay, girls. So Tivia, you're going to read paragraph 2. Doshrina is going to read paragraph 3. Xuanlin, you're going to read paragraph 4. And Vinosha, you're going to read paragraph 5. All right. A very short paragraph. I don't think you guys will take such a long time to do it. Try and get the general idea of your own paragraphs, and we'll regroup and share the complete idea of the text. Okay? All right, girls, off you go.
Okay, we're giving the pupils a minute or two to
a minute or
read through
two. Yeah,
and get a rough idea.
I mean, as you can see just now, it only took me, I don't know, less than a minute to read the paragraph. Okay, so as these girls are reading their paragraphs, they need to try and figure out what is the idea or the main idea of that particular paragraph that they are reading.
Right.
Reading in this way helps a lot of pupils because if I ask you to read a 10-paragraph essay, would you be interested to read it?
I would get a bit bored along the way as we go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So what more with pupils?
Of
That's why
course.
when we do this kind of activity, which is called jigsaw reading, we assign certain parts of the text or the whole text to a particular pupil, or in a classroom, it would be a group. It would be in a group setting, and they will report back to each other so everyone knows or has an idea.
Yes, for pupils watching as well, we're referring to textbooks English for page 112.
Yes, that's correct.
For this paragraphs for you to read. Now, one more thing. I believe those who are reading a paragraph, do you think they should write down the words that they don't understand and perhaps later can check what they mean?
Yes,
that would help as well.
Of course, that will help as well. And in fact, for me, I would encourage the pupils to either check by themselves using the dictionary, or actually you can guess the meaning from the contextual clues within the text itself,
Right.
which we are going to do later on in the third segment.
Okay.
All right,
Right.
girls, you seem like you guys are ready.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can you give a bit of a thumbs up to show you're ready?
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Right. So
cool.
let's start with Tivia, this second paragraph. So
Yes.
what do you get out of it, the gist of the second paragraph?
Photography, nowadays photography is exactly like the editing that we did in our old days. But now I think, according to this paragraph, is that with the photography we can edit it like we don't have to use the paintbrush or anything, but then we can use the software that is developed by man to tilt the photo or by editing the brightness, the filter.
Good. Wonderful, you got it right. Yay! Even though it's not exactly the same as what I am suggesting in the response. So if you look at on screen, paragraph 2 tells us about photo manipulation is not a new concept. And Tivia mentioned about the software technology. So almost anything is possible. Well done, Tivia. You got it right.
Good job.
Good job.
All
right. What
right.
about you, Dashrina? The third paragraph.
Okay, so photo manipulation, it makes us look slimmer, and then it makes us look better.
Okay.
So so they are telling that it is not acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yes. You got it right too, even though it's not the same thing as what I have, what I'm going to share. So if you have a look at the screen now, in paragraph 3, as what Joshina has mentioned, it's all about how far can you go with photo manipulation. So what I have shared here is that editing photos is acceptable to a certain extent.
Right.
Because different people have different opinions about it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good job. Okay, so
Xuan Lin.
paragraph 4, Xuan Lin.
So paragraph 4 is about the effect of photo manipulation.
Anything else you want to?
Paragraph 3 also mentioned that photo manipulation is harmless to a certain extent where, example, girls, they cut their hair
Okay.
such as a famous celebrity, but photo manipulation also, they also sort of make young people insecure.
Yes, that's correct. Yes,
Where
that's
they
right.
consider to change their facial feature in order to convert to the beauty standard, which is actually not real because the photo is manipulated.
That's wonderful.
All
I
right.
love what you said just
Yes,
now.
good choice of
Beauty
words.
standards. Yes, very good choice of words. Okay. So as you can see, she got it. She nailed it, even though it's not in the same words as I did.
Yeah.
All right. Paragraph 4 tells us that photo manipulation has effects on people, and some effects can be harmful and even dangerous. She even used the word harmless, which is opposite to harmful.
Yeah.
But she was saying that a little bit of changes is okay, but if it's too much,
Yes, it could be
all right,
dangerous.
Yes. Last but not least,
All right.
we have
Vinosha.
Yay!
Paragraph 5.
Based on paragraph 5, I got to know that some celebrities also stand against photoshopping because it shows how fake we look on media due to photographing and photoshopping. By
Okay.
editing our pictures, we look so fake on media.
All right. Wonderful. Good job, you got it right too. Okay.
Alright.
So finally, the last paragraph tells us that it's not acceptable. Photo manipulation is not acceptable if it's done at an extreme level. Okay. And what's better? Natural beauty, inner beauty. That beauty will be manifested in your whole personality. So you don't really need to Photoshop your pictures. I know people like to use a lot of filters on all kinds of applications nowadays.
Yes.
But be yourself, be your beautiful self, and it will be out there on your faces.
I totally agree. It's not just harmful and dangerous to people watching, it's also harmful and dangerous to themselves who uses the filters.
Okay. All right, let's move on to our next activity, which is activity C in your textbook. Well done, girls. So now you all know that the whole the whole text is all about how photo manipulation has effects on people, to what extent should it be taken to, and now your job, girls and pupils at home, is to complete or try to complete activity C, okay, which is filling in the gaps in the 5 paragraphs in the text, okay? So read the instructions, all right? There are 7 sentences given to you from A to G, all right? And one sentence does not really correlate or doesn't really match to the text. Okay, girls? Try and match or try and fill in. This activity is called the gap text. And it's not really that difficult actually. What you need to do is read each sentences that are given to you, the 7 sentences given. They already have an idea what the text is about.
All right.
And go to each paragraph and look at the sentences before and after the gap text. Okay, I will talk a little bit more about gap text later at the end of our lesson in the last segment.
All right.
So, but the tip is look at the sentence before
Okay.
and look at the sentence after and think about the idea. Sometimes it's a very straightforward response.
Right.
Sometimes it's a little bit tricky, but most of the time it's quite easy. Okay?
Right, so there's
All right.
2 tasks here, right? Completing the gaps and knowing which extra sentence is not needed.
Yes.
All right, okay.
I think the girls are ready.
Yes, let's have them
they're wonderful.
giving their answers. Who's
Okay.
ready?
All right. Anyone wants to start?
Who's first?
Or volunteer for number 1. Okay, good. Dashreena, what's your response? What's your answer? A, B, C, D, E, F, or G?
G.
Yes! Yahoo! 10 stars for you or 10 kisses.
Wow.
You can redeem them at school later.
Okay.
Okay, good job. Next, number 2. Anyone would like to try? Yeah, Vinosha? What's the answer for number 2?
A.
Yes, correct again. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, let's move on to number 3. We are on fire. Tivia, yes, darling.
Number 3 is B.
Correct. Yay. I told you they are my super girls. Next super girl for number 4.
Xuan Lin?
Yes. What's the answer for number 4, Shanlin? I'm sure you get it right.
I think she's still thinking there.
Anyone wants to help Shanlin for this?
Yes, can we have
Okay, Dashrina?
a friend helping out?
Number 4 is F.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, yeah, she's nodding. She got it. Yeah.
Okay.
She just needs to be sure of herself.
Of
Okay.
course.
Number 5. Anyone for number 5? Okay, Vinosha.
Number 5 is C.
Yes, that's correct. C. And let's get it all 100%. For number 6, what's the answer for number 6? Yes, Divya.
Number 6 is E.
Yes, that's correct. Everybody, please give yourselves a round of applause because this is not really an easy task. It's not as simple
I can
as
tell.
reading a question and finding the answer in the paragraph. This requires quite a little bit of an extra skill and we'll talk more about that later. I've already given some tips, but I'll repeat myself again later just to remind ourselves, okay?
Yes.
Good job, everybody. I am so proud of you guys.
For their
Alright.
efforts. Teacher Ima, how many
okay.
stars or marks would you give
Oh,
them?
for this particular part, 20 stars for each of them,
Good
plus
job.
1.
20 stars. Okay, an infinity. All right. There you go. There you have it. We have more to come, so stay tuned on EduwebTV KPM. We'll be right back.
EduwebTV KPM.
Hello friends, welcome back to EduwebTV KPM and welcome back to class as well. We're here with Teacher Ima for our lesson today, Bahasa Inggeris. Now our topic is image, and for this segment our title is The Unwanted Pair. I wonder what that is. Is it a wrong or displaced dynamic duo or something else?
Something else. Not as exciting as that, I'm afraid, because this is a lesson and it's a language lesson. I labelled it as the unwanted pair simply because the kids or the pupils at home, they will be given 8 meanings, okay, phrases or sentences, which they will have to match to the 6 words that are actually highlighted in the reading text. If you notice just now, if you are looking at your textbooks, okay, the words that are highlighted in yellow are the words that you need to guess the meaning to. So they've given you 8 meanings, okay, so we are only going to match it to 6 words. That's why it's the unwanted pair.
Yes,
okay?
and if you're wondering, it's textbook page 112,
yes,
and 113.
Alright. So after having gone through the reading itself and looking at the main idea and also going into detail into each paragraph and doing the gap text activity, a pupil should be able to guess the meaning of the 6 words given, okay?
All right.
Based on the contextual clues and also their own understanding, okay? So we all know we are talking about photo manipulation, okay? And the 6 words are conform, take off, bend the truth, rebel, appreciate, and disapprove, okay? All right, girls? So I think they know what you have to do. You are going to match the highlighted words which are in the text to the meanings that are given to you. There are 8 meanings there, okay? So I don't think we are going to spend too much time on this because, like I said just now, the pupils already have an idea of what it means, okay? So from A to H, change something so that it is not exactly true, make something illegal, recognize somebody's or something's value, think that somebody or something is not good, follow other people's rules or ideas to show or reveal, fight against, and become successful suddenly.
Right.
Okay?
Are they ready to answer
I think
this?
the girls are ready. Yes, it's not that difficult, is it? Maybe some of the words or even the phrase, they are already aware of what it means. Okay, so that's an added bonus for pupils to complete this activity.
Yes.
Okay.
This also gives them actually extra ideas on the words, creative words they can use in a text.
Yes. It's not just understanding the words, but these are words and phrases that they can take with them and use when they are writing their essays.
Yes,
okay.
I believe so.
All right, so again, to figure out the meaning without using a dictionary, you try and guess based on the contextual clues, which refers to the context in that particular paragraph. So look at the sentence before, look at the sentence after, and then you try and figure out, is it a noun or a verb, okay? I think the girls are ready?
All right.
Yes, they
They've
are.
waited for it.
Okay, so let's start with the first 3.
Okay.
All right, which is on the screen. Conform, take off, and bend the truth. bend the truth is actually a phrase, and even take off is a phrase. Okay, anybody? Any takers for number 1?
Conform.
Doshrina, yay.
Okay.
The answer for it is E. Follow other people's rules or ideas.
Yes, that's correct. To conform means you just follow. Okay, maybe you don't really want to think about it, so you follow. To conform, okay, meaning just ikut sajalah, just follow. Okay,
Okay.
Well done. Next, take off. Anybody? Vinosha?
The answer for number 2 is H. Become successful suddenly.
Yes, that's correct. Great. We're still on
Okay.
fire. Number 3.
Bend the truth.
Okay, Tivia's hand was up first. After
Okay.
this is you, Shrindit. Okay, Tivia. Bend the truth.
A.
Yes. Change something. Yes, that's correct. It's still true, but not exactly true.
Right.
Bend the truth. All right, Srinley, number 4.
For number 4, the answer is G. Fight against.
Yes, you fight against something. You rebel against something. Okay, wonderful. Number 5. Doshrina again. Come on, darling.
Appreciate C. Recognize somebody's or
Yes.
something's value.
That's correct. And I really appreciate you guys being here with me today. And the last one, disapprove. Anybody? Okay, if you're not sure.
D. Think that somebody or something is not good.
That's correct. Wonderful. Again, girls, you guys are awesome. We've got it all right.
Yes.
30 stars for everybody.
30 stars. Wow, you're giving out marks like it's like so easy.
Because they deserve it. Because
Yes.
they're awesome.
Okay, through this activity, I also improved my vocabulary as well. Now we're going for a short break as usual, and we'll be right back here on EduwebTV KPM.
EduwebTV KPM.
Okay, you're still tuned to EduwebTV KPM, and today we are learning English with our teacher Ima today in the studio. Now, for our segment, we are gonna have the title "What Say You?" It's not exactly a question that we're gonna ask, but we're gonna focus on another thing, which is teacher Ima.
Yes, in this particular segment, the pupils are going to respond to 2 questions, which is in Part E in your textbook, Activity E. If you look at your textbook on page 113, you are going to discuss, give your personal opinion, your ideas, your thoughts, even your beliefs actually, if you have a strong feeling or thoughts about it, for our discussion activity. Okay? So on screen, we have the complete reading text again. All right? So you guys can refer to the text if you want to help give you ideas for the discussion, okay? So, what say you? Right, girls?
Wow.
What do you want to say? This is your chance, all right, to
Lash out their opinions.
yes, if they want to lash out, yeah. Okay, so we have 2 questions here. Do you think photo manipulation is wrong? Why? Why not? So this is a kind of a higher level, higher order thinking skill, and you need to practice these kinds of questions because in the SPM speaking examination, you will be asked questions where you have to think about it and come up with a response, and preferably with some kind of elaboration or point of view. Okay,
Right.
girls?
Okay.
All right. And the next question is, do you think you will look at pictures of celebrities differently after reading this text? I like this question a lot.
Yes,
right?
I have my own thoughts as well
Yes,
here.
exactly.
I'm looking forward to hearing from the girls actually.
All right. And I've put in the 2 pictures on the slide, as you can see, which is from the text. A picture of the girl. All right. In my
That's
opinion,
one
the
girl.
one, yeah, on the left, she still looks okay.
She looks great.
Yeah, she looks great. Maybe if she smiles, it'll look a bit better. But
Yeah.
because I'm a smiley person.
Right.
But she looks okay in my opinion. All right. But then after some manipulation has been done on her picture, not herself, but on her picture.
Right.
It turns into what's on the right side. Okay. So think about it, girls. All right.
All right. While they are
think-
thinking,
yes.
it is important to note that this is a reading skill that we're emphasizing on, right?
Yes, we are emphasizing in this particular lesson. We are emphasizing on the reading skills. That's why we spent quite a bit of time just now, not just reading for main idea or gist, but we also looked at reading for specific details when we did the gap text activity, and we even looked at how we can guess meaning of words from contextual clues. So these are the skills that pupils need to learn when they are reading. Okay, so because nowadays you need to not only simply read, but you need to have a deeper understanding of what the text is all about. Okay, and this particular activity in our last segment is all about them speaking out, because speaking is a complementary skill in this particular lesson. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. Yes.
So, are the girls ready?
Yes, I can see Thivya smiling. She looks like she can't wait to go, ready to go. Okay, Thivya, yes. Let's have you responding to both questions if possible.
All right.
Off you go.
For question number 1, what was the question again, teacher?
Do you think photo manipulation is wrong? What do you think? Why or why not?
I think the photo manipulation is wrong because we all have a natural look. God has given us it's a gift actually. We all have our different look on our face. If we use photo manipulation to change our face, then we are having a fake face and we are gonna fake people. We are losing the self-confidence.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I like that answer. So for you, it's a straight wrong. No. Okay. So what about Sherlyn? What do you think?
For the first or second question?
For the first question.
First
We'll go back to the second question later.
Okay.
Are we going to the first or second question?
First
The
one.
first. Do
'Cause
you
just
think
now,
photo-
Thivya says no photo manipulation at all. What about you?
Yes or no?
I personally think photo manipulation brings more harm than benefit. Because it, as Divya says, can impact our self-confidence. And we should appreciate our features as how we are born with.
So it's a straight no for you also.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about question 2? How would you respond to that? Will you look at different pictures of celebrities differently?
Yes. After discovering more about photo manipulation, I realized that celebrities, they're also human beings like us. It's just their job scope require them to be on screen and to conform to a certain standard.
That's correct. I
Yes.
like it. You used the word conform just now. Wonderful, Sherlyn. All right. So, Divya, let's get back to you to finish off your task.
Yes,
What
the
about
second
you?
question.
Second question.
I won't look them differently, although after reading this text, because I don't know, because they all have their face and the shape of their face. They will look so cute in that movie. Maybe without the photo manipulation, maybe they look different. Then I won't be watching the movie. Maybe
Okay.
so I won't look different on the person I have.
Okay.
And who's a fan of them.
All right. Okay. Good. Yeah, I like that thought. Yes. And it goes back to what Sherlyn said just now, which was because of their status as a celebrity, they do need to have that kind of look.
Yes.
And even though they are, of course, just like us, normal human beings, but for performance, maybe they do need to have certain standards to conform
Yes,
to. All
they
right?
are being judged constantly. We have
Yes,
to
that's
remember that as
correct.
well.
True. I see Doshrina nodding as I was talking just now.
Yes,
so
it's
let's
your
go
turn.
to my darling Doshrina for you to give us your thoughts on the two questions. So
Okay.
let's start with the first one. Do you
I
think?
think photo manipulation is wrong. I mean, I think it is wrong, sorry.
Okay.
I think it's wrong because they are only doing this because they are insecure, right? So, and then they also make others to feel insecure as well. So I think like everybody's imperfect, and that is what makes them beautiful. So yeah, that's right, wrong.
All right. How
But
about
I
your
think-
second question?
Okay. I think I will look differently. I will look differently because maybe it is because like they look different in real life, and then in here you see they look so different, and you feel a bit like maybe they shouldn't be doing it and all that, right?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Joshrina. I really like your last statement to the first question, which was nobody's perfect.
Yes.
Okay. We are all imperfect, but that's the beauty of life, and that's what we need to recognize in ourselves.
Yes.
Especially a message not just to my beautiful girls, but to all the beautiful peoples out there. We are who we are. Accept it, embrace it, love ourselves. Because we're all beautiful. Okay?
All right.
All right, last but not least, let's hear it from her. I don't think I've forgotten about you. Okay, Vinosha?
Vinosha, your turn.
Okay, it's your turn for the 2 questions. Take it away.
I think photo manipulation is wrong because we are not taking the opportunity to reveal the real us, and we're not embracing the real beauty of us by
Okay.
doing photo manipulation.
Right, very nice answer. Wonderful. What about the second one?
I won't look at the celebrities differently because it's their profession and it's their opinions to do or not do photo manipulation.
Yep.
It's each other's opinion.
Yes, agreed. I really like that, especially. What about you? What about you personally? You're a celebrity yourself, Shafiqah. She says that it's up to the personality, the celebrity, it's
Right.
herself or himself. What do you think?
Yes, I believe sometimes people feel uncomfortable with how they look. They are being judged for it. So perhaps if it makes them happy, then why not? But of course, it's to a certain extent,
Yes.
not too much. Everything
Yeah.
has to be moderate, in
Yes,
moderation.
exactly. Everything has to be done in moderation.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Now, for their wonderful answers, how much would you rate them or give them?
Okay, because speaking is, in my opinion, one of the toughest skill for any kind of pupil. Even proficient pupils always get a bit nervous when I bring in my ice cream sticks. I have my ice cream sticks, which I use in my classroom. I'll bring it in. Yeah, Doshrina is laughing in case she remembers it. And I'll shake it and be like, oh. Okay, so they did awesome. They are wonderful, and their answers are very mature.
Yes.
They did really well.
I
100 points for everybody.
Wow, too much points I've been given out, but you guys deserve it now.
Yes, they deserve
for
it.
their overall performance as well, for all the questions you've given them today, how much would you give them?
To be honest, you can't really quantify an achievement because even the smallest achievement is big for someone. Okay, maybe for Xuan Lin, answering a simple question is good enough, but for someone else, the answer that she has, which is the same as hers, it would take her a few times reading the text to get it. So for me, I wouldn't quantify because they have tried their best and they have given their best.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you say they did a great job?
Oh, of course, definitely. Awesome.
Okay,
But
great.
before we end our lesson for
Yes.
today, I would just like to highlight at the screen, just for pupils to have a look. We're not going to do this activity, no. This is, I just want to highlight this because I think pupils need to be reminded time and again.
Okay.
This is part 4 of the reading and use of English examination paper 1. And it's the gap text activity, which they completed in the second segment just now. The techniques is the same. Read the text, scan it first, quickly get a general idea, and then only you go to the answers to try and match into each paragraph.
All right, now Teacher Ima, as we approach the end of today's lesson, where can pupils at home who's watching right now access to make more revisions?
Where else but at portal delima.
Alright, and there
Yes.
you go. Don't forget to do your revisions, okay? Alright, Teacher Ima, thank you for being with us here in the studio and sharing all your knowledge and lessons for today. I had so much fun and I learned so much things today. And also not to forget our sign language interpreter, Teacher Fatimatul Zahra. Thank you for being with us today. And for you guys watching, thank you for watching and stay tuned. More on EduwebTV after this. We'll be having more classes as well. Now, until we meet again, Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Bye-bye.
Bye everybody. Thank you for joining us today.